My goodness. Welcome, Brick. My goodness. I can't feel you feel the energy and the sentiment, man. And the waves of the crypto era, man, the saddening tears of the losses of what everybody is going through right now. We're talking about people, they actually mortgage their I can't believe how many people came out and have mortgaged their house and putting it into Luna. That's what I'm amazed by. Don't ask me, that's like not financial advice, but someone how they got their financial advice and all that. So my heart really genuinely it goes out to those individuals who lost a lot in Luna. My gosh. Seriously.
Yeah, my deepest condolences to
Yes.
Luna holders. Um, Absolute bloodbath across all the blockchains, but Luna absolutely hit the worst. And yeah,
Don't sell.
it's
Let me ask you, Brick, why are people selling? If you're that low, why do you sell? It just beyond me. Like, do you expect it to? I mean, I just like
attachment.
maybe, maybe I
It's
don't know.
attachment to it. It's
Really?
I want to put that bad decision to rest and not think about it and not stress
Okay.
about it anymore. And
Really?
so if they sell, if there's a panic sell, then it's I don't have to deal with that attachment. I've just hit that loss. Like I'll overcome it rather than, well, it's dipped. I'm just gonna ride this out. Because did it go to zero? Did it go to absolute zero?
No, it didn't. It's even there's a tax term. It's called unrealized. When you sell it, you realize it, meaning it becomes actual, right?
Actualized. Yep.
Yes, it's unrealized losses, and it kills me because when you sell it, then it's just like, you know what I mean? Then it becomes realized. That should become tangible.
Right.
There's no once you sell, let me ask you this. I'm being sarcastic when I say this. When you sell, can you revert it back, right? No. You
No.
can't you can't be like, wait a minute, can I actually get it back? It's just like, oh my goodness. Some people sold out. Some people one guy I saw sold at 40 cents. And it was just like it went back to $2.60. Doesn't mean a loss is a loss. You know what I mean? So just like in my mind, I'm like,
That
if
just
I
solidifies the loss. It just
man,
solidifies it for you, and it creates. So it's kind of like this when like you're dealing with almost kind of similar to when you're dealing with depression or like kind of thoughts about that, like you know death so final,
yeah.
life is so full of possibilities. So if you've come that close to your like crypto death, keep just have the chair, keep the chair there, because that possibility of coming back up is so full of possibility,
My
you know.
gosh. Yeah. Just like, don't give me, I mean, all of us that experience losses. My heart goes out to those individuals. I saw a guy that said that he actually is going to lose his house. He actually mortgaged 400. He took out I don't know why he did this, but he actually took out a mortgage for $420,000 and actually put it into Luna because he thought it was a good
I think
investment.
that's asking for trouble though.
My
That's
God.
asking for trouble. Don't mortgage your house.
Don't
don't
mortgage your house.
don't in any investment, whether it's crypto, traditional, or anything like that, don't spend so much that you leave yourself out of position.
No
Because if you're out of
kidding.
position, and the same is true in martial arts, in like jiu-jitsu, you want position before submission. The same is
Yes.
true here. I want the position before I hit the gains. So I just need
Yeah.
to make sure that I have a nice little position and then it's ready to rocket ship, and
And
you're
there are all
mortgaging your
these,
house.
and I think that's a misnomer too, because a lot of these people are like, oh yeah, mortgage your house. Oh, I bet that farm on it, and it's just like no one's betting the farm on it. You know what I mean? Make sure your bills are paid. Make sure you have a little bit of security. Yeah, some finances, and then whatever you have, you know what I mean, left. So you have that little bit of, you know what I mean, left. You know what I mean? After you pay all your bills, you have a good cushion of savings. Then park that some of it into, you know what I mean, in crypto. But everybody, you know what it is that mentality. Everybody's trying to get rich quick, and that's the key thing. So everybody hears generational wealth and this aspect of it, and it's just like, again, my heart goes out to individuals and Luna. And speaking, transitioning into Luna, into the majority of the markets. My goodness, Brick, what do you think? What's going on here, Mike?
I think some really great buy opportunities
I
are
think so too.
happening. I'm pretty much on Solana a lot. My layer one, that's kind of like my big conviction play, and like ETH assets. But Solana's my conviction play. And like, we're experiencing some good resistance here around the 50 to 60 range. I do think that if, as Bitcoin hits that resistance of that 30K range,
Yeah.
it might drop to 25K. I'm pretty prepared for that. I'm pretty prepared for if it drops to 25, maybe close to even 20, in the next month. But those are some really great buy opportunities to dollar cost average into the bottom. I don't see Bitcoin going back to 3,000.
No, me neither. Impossible.
The key
too much money.
Too much money. The key with all these bear markets and these bear cycles is there are the lows are new highs.
Yeah.
Right. And that's kind of what we got to keep into perspective. When in doubt, just zoom on out,
Yeah. No kidding. Like I said again, these are new the lows are new highs as far as for it. And then people really it's funny, there's big news that came out today. Everybody's so concerned about the crypto markets, but nobody's really talking about the CPI index and where inflation's at. It's crazy. I don't know if you knew inflation hit 8.3% today. And it's crazy because they're saying that's lower than expectations, but you and I remember a time when inflation was no more than 2%. So, so your $100 is
been 84 years.
So your $100 is not even worth $100 anymore. Your $100 is only worth $92. It's just like people are forgetting, it's compounded, right? So it was 12% last year again, right? So it's just like 12, 20. So your $100 is only worth $80 today. So it's just like people were not actually taking this into account, and obviously that's affecting the crypto markets in general. It was just like catastrophic to why the market's so bad today is the Luna news compounded with the CPI news that came out as far as just intertwined. You know what I mean?
It was a perfect storm.
It was,
and you know what? That's okay. If I liked a coin, if I loved Solana at 250, I'm gonna really love it here at $50, $40 range, and I'm gonna load up, put that into interest APR, and we'll go from there.
Take it. You know what I mean? Dollar cost average. You talk about, we preach about it in general, little by little. No one's asking, you know what I mean? Leave some powder dry just for in case it goes down even more. Like I said again, it's funny, the people that deem the most greatest experts all got it wrong. There's nobody that got this market right. There's a guy I watched this morning. His name is Benjamin Kwan, and then the guy's actually a PhD math student. Super smart, bright, and he timed the market super wrong. You know what I mean? And it's just like, it's crazy now. Just like it went from buying alts to now stick to BTC and Ethereum because he's afraid to get his financial advice. You know what I mean? Or people to take it as such, because they're getting so much backlash and heat right now. So everybody, be a steward of this. You know what I mean? That's all it is. We're all students of this. We're all white belts when it comes to this. And it's just learn. Right. That's all you got to do. You know what I mean? And go small. Don't have to go ham. And this is going to go down a little bit more, I think, in general, too. I think, I have talked probably, about it and discussed it more. But it's just like, you and I talk about this again, previous episode. Where is this going to be in 5 years? My question. You know what I mean?
Well, that's the thing is, these people are getting in, they're thinking immediate gains, immediate returns, and they see a flash of, Bored Apes going up so fast, like the other world lands going up so fast. But then there's also these flashes. They forget to zoom out and not have, it's got to be a 5-10 year kind of like deal when you're investing in this. And I'm telling you what, actually, now I'm looking at your screen. Last cycle I called FTM. I'm gonna call it again. I might pick up a bag of FTM here. Nice. It's into that 20 cents range, because it was at $3 at its peak. FTM Phantom is solid. I would definitely play that. And I'm also looking at Avalanche too.
Oh yeah, Avalanche is good. Avalanche has a huge ecosystem too, which I like too.
I think at the beginning of next month I pick up some Phantom and some Avalanche.
Yeah, it's crazy how they're actually people smart all-time highs, but it's really far off from its all-time high. It's doing really good in general. And like I said again, this is 146. That's crazy. $146. That's its all-time high. It has a lot of room to grow. A lot of products are being built on AVAX as well. I'll look at it. Tron was another one too. Tron actually had some news today. I thought it was kind of cool. Tron's been kind of so everybody hates Justin Sun because of his style of marketing, but they actually put up $2 billion today in order to prevent what happened to Luna. And I don't know if you heard the theory what happened a little. I thought it was kind of interesting. I'm not sure if it's true or not. It's actually in the interwebs. Charles Hoskinson, the guy who actually founded Cardano and founded Ethereum, he actually, I guess, mentioned that was kind of cool as far as this whole Citadel possible shortage of this. I don't know if you heard what happened. No.
No, tell me
So
what's the
they
running
actually
theory?
borrowed over 100,000 BTC from Gemini, and they actually used 25 of it to actually invest into UST. And they actually were told basically Daquan is actually the CEO, and they actually founded Luna. They were going to do this, and they actually did this in a small play to actually pull out and put some of it into Anchor, because they knew Anchor was, I don't know why. I thought Anchor was a good protocol. Supposedly they're saying Anchor might be a rug, right? Anchors are part of, I don't know if you do this, Anchors are on the ecosystem of Luna, of Terra. So they actually knew that it was like tied, UST is tied to also Terra and tied to also Luna. And they actually almost like hedged against it. Like they almost like pulled like a Melvin kind of capital kind of and knew that they were going to pull out. And they actually, it did. They actually pulled out 20, invested, injected a whole bunch of capital into it. And knowing that they would have somehow, because UST is anchored onto Anchor, UST is anchored onto Anchor because of the whole ecosystem and how it's set up. So they had to put out a lot of liquidity on it at UST. When they put out all the liquidity in a UST, it dropped the price to Luna, which dropped the price to Anchor. And it is a whole like cataclysmic cascade. And it basically, they funneled out 100,000 big BTC. I mean, that's a lot of money. So it was like, yeah. So it was just like this huge behind the scenes. I'm not sure if that's true or not. It makes a lot of sense if it's true, because there's not enough. The issue was this: there was not enough liquidity in UST for people to pull out, so much to the extent that exchanges were preventing people from pulling out.
I believe it, and that's kind of that might be kind of a prevalent issue going forward, is centralized exchanges preventing the pullout,
Yeah, I
for
mean,
lack of better words.
this is supposed to be a stable coin. I mean, look at this, break. A stable coin is at 61 cents, man. I've never heard of that.
Hey, you know what's more stable than that is the NFT called Crypto Dick Butts. It's been one ETH the whole time. One Dick Butts, one ETH.
Yeah,
It's more
yeah.
stable than a stable coin.
For sure. So like I said, when going back to this real quick, there's a lot of good buys right here, possibly.
Yeah.
Go small. Know that it might market go down a little bit more. The news I want to bring up that I think that's just adds a little bit more umph to this before we go on to NFTs is what Mark Cuban said. I mean, you can't trust more sound advice than someone who's actually been through it all and is at a position to where you want to be. He said that Mark Cuban was actually quote today that crypto is going through a lull like the internet of the 2000s. I was like, wow, that kind of hit me. You know what I mean? You got like big money wanting to get in. I don't know if you do this, but there's a Minnesota, one of the largest jewelry companies in Minnesota is now accepting crypto. And it's just like they're anti-crypto. Now they're all of a sudden in crypto. Like these people are running these businesses are a lot smarter at businesses in general than you and I. You know what I mean? They have a good business acumen. Yep. They make millions. They know. And it's just like, I feel the same sentiment as far as trying to squeeze the little man out so you can get better prices, just like Citadel did. I forgot to add the end of the story. The reason Citadel did all this was for one thing only. They actually borrowed the 100 BTC from Gemini. They never actually had it in order to get lower BTC prices. And guess what BTC was at one point? 29,000. So
Sleight of hand.
Man, so it just like that was I forgot to mention that was the conclusion of that story. They did this all in the preface to actually get so much BTC at a lower price. Here we got Mark Cuban, anti-BTC. The man said, "I don't have a banana." The man said that a banana has more value than BTC. Is saying now crypto's actually. He said a banana has more value than BTC. That's how much he believed in it. Now he's saying that this is like the internet of the 2000s. Come on, what happened? You know, remember? I don't know if you saw that. I remember we joke around with this. You know, I sent text back and forth, but remember the email would never catch on in 1999. It was just like that infamous time news.
Yep.
I don't know about you. I check my email probably 20 times a day.
I actually avoid my email
Oh, you better be now.
consistently. I hate my email. I
Oh,
hate emails, and I hate my DMs.
you're so
I've
good.
actually turned off my Discord DMs. I'm done with Discord DMs.
Oh,
I'm
you're
only
good.
on DMs on Twitter,
You're
and
good.
that's it.
Oh, smart man. Smart. I need to get to that level.
Yep. You know, this reminds me of the headline that I keep seeing is from a newspaper back in the day. It was like in the early 2000s or 99, and it was the internet might just be a passing fad. That aged well.
Oh yeah, that aged beautifully, right? It almost you could go back into time and just like slap the shit out of that person, right? Like slap the crap out of that person. It was just like, what was it at that time? Because it was like 99 custom time. As far as Amazon stock went from $100 to $4, $3. I want to say let's give it $3. I think it went lower than that, and it spiked up all the way to over $1,000. Right?
Whoever hit that play hit the alpha play there.
Come on, right? So, but anyway, I thought that was kind of interesting in general, right? So we have news behind the scenes. It's just like if like the crypto crash is gonna mask all of this, and then obviously everybody's talking about regulation. So, but anyway,
And the regulators are going to field day with this, and
yeah,
all of those that were already skeptic and like didn't understand the blockchain technology, because nothing with the inherent technology has changed. I'm going to repeat that.
yeah,
Nothing with the inherent technology have changed. Ethereum is still Ethereum. Bitcoin is still Bitcoin. Solana is still Solana. The only thing that happens is just more improvement and better buy-ins, right?
yeah,
And if you compare each of their prices from the same time last year, we're still up in the long.
yeah, we are.
And like we were alluding to earlier, $100 like a year ago, 2 years, 5 years doesn't get you the same that it does today.
Yeah, I mean the reason BTC was actually invented was to actually kill the central banks, right? Central banks are still printing money. I saw an article this morning and it said that our because we're from the US, obviously we have a lot of people from our overseas that watch us, so we appreciate you. And the government actually took in more than $1 trillion more than they actually anticipated. It was like maybe a little less, maybe about $750 billion. And it's just like, I don't know about you, but we just actually spent, I don't, because I'm going back to, let me preface it, let me one more second more. And also, we had the largest taxpayer, Elon Musk, spent over $8 billion to pay for taxes. And you know what I mean? Because the rich don't pay any taxes, and damn, they're rich, right? And then it's just like we just actually, I don't know about you, Brick, we actually just in the interwebs printed out and sent over almost $12 billion to Ukraine. Funneling for the war, and I get that, you know what I mean? But just like it goes to the whole point, which is printing money, right? Money that where's this money coming from, right? It's not coming from you and I anymore. It's just being printed. I mean,
it's special. They're talking about non-tangible money that you can't hold. Well, where is this? Everything's already done digitally now anyway. And
yeah,
on that note, in 2008, when we had the 2008 crash, like the housing market crash, it would take Bitcoin 500 to 1,000 years to match that power output to print the fiat. So
wow,
that's even in 2008 alone. So you can imagine, for all this money printing that's happening now, how much more power consumption and how much dirtier that is for the environment than what they keep flooding with Bitcoin being dirty, Ethereum
that's
being
crazy to
dirty,
me.
Solana being dirty. This to me suggests that traditional fiat is actually more of a pollutant and more unsustainable for the Earth's
Totally.
ecosystem than actual cryptocurrency, which is kind of a crazy thought, because the normal FUD is, oh, it's polluting the environment. I call it bullshit.
Yeah. And it's just like, oh yeah, it's not criminalized. And I love that criminalized aspect of it too. They always say it's more, you know what I mean? You're able to actually launder it. It's just like, it's on a ledger. You know what I mean? Let me ask you, what fiat money is on a ledger that I'm able to know? Someone
Oh, that's
actually
funny.
goes and robs
That
a bank.
reminds me, I was watching Law and Order SVU, and
Love that
there was
show.
an incident on it, and the officer on Law and Order was like, yeah, they want to pay in untraceable crypto. And I'm like, it's all traceable.
What money? Let me ask you, what money is traceable? Let me ask you that. None of it, right? what money is traceable?
Money laundering happens with dollar bills than any other currency ever in the history of humanity.
Yes. What was I know we're going off a little bit of tangent. We'll go off a tangent for 2 seconds. I know there was actually a story of Pablo Escobar. I actually thought was amazing because yeah, I don't know if you knew, he was like he would have died almost like the richest person in the world because he was making like 420 I want to say million a week. But the fact is, it was all in US dollars. That's I thought it was hilarious. And the fact is, if someone said it would have been in crypto, they would have actually tracked it. It would have stopped the whole, you know what I mean? The whole operation. It would have been in crypto, they would have been able to track it. But the fact is, they were actually, he was funneling over $70 billion. They estimate, and only they think there might have been more than that. Over $70 billion at that time. Today, with this inflation, probably at least over 100, 130, I guess, or something like that, some crazy. So, but they would have
That's
actually, yeah, and it was in US dollars, bro. It wasn't like in pesos or nothing like that, which I think is
Well,
going back to
it
traceability and
lets
all
you
that.
know,
I don't
you
let
know, like the money laundering that isn't happening. It might happen here on the blockchain, but it's traceable. You know, you've
Yeah,
heard of hacks where the people that have hacked have been rehacked. Like
yeah.
those that hacked it get hacked by someone else and say return the monies. And so it's like, you
No, they
know,
get caught. They got caught. There were a couple of times that people have gotten caught. There was a lady got caught overseas. She got caught, and she was trying to do the same thing too. It was like a hack and sat, and they traced it all the way back, and they got her from pulling out of an exchange, pulling out of a bank, and red-handed.
untraceable crypto,
Yeah, I know how retarded are these people. I'm so glad we're educated like that in general.
right?
We're transitioning back, man. Tell us about the NFT land. Give us some good news. You know what I mean? This is
All right.
such a bad
Yeah,
market
crypto
sentiment.
may be down, but NFTs are up. Let's
Yeah.
talk about bricks picks. I want to bring up some artists. I want to bring up some projects that I think are worth noting. All right. So my first project that I want to talk about is Solaris. They're a metaverse gallery that you can
Oh
purchase
yeah, it's good.
on Solana. The floor price is 0.64 Sol. And with the price of Sol right now, this is an absolute incredible brand. This team keeps delivering. They keep hitting their check marks, every check mark ahead of schedule. They've been hitting it ahead of schedule for their roadmaps. They're integrating with Exchange Art. Soon you'll be able to go into your Solaris gallery and be able to click on and show show the NFT, but also purchase it there. Let me actually, before I get into, I'll show you one of my Solaris galleries.
Yeah, please show us. I'm trying to pull it up right now when you actually were talking about it, because I think that's I didn't even know about it. You told me about it. I think it's an amazing, and it should be.
Yeah, you can come by, you can visit Brick House of Art. I've got two of them in the Soft Money building. And it's this little digital city called Solaris, and they have a partner sister city in Ethereum called Aether City. So this is mine, Brick House. You
Elsie,
come
are you
visit.
sharing?
This is one of my. What's up?
Are you sharing?
Yeah, can you see my screen?
No, I can't. Go ahead. All you.
There we go. Can you see my screen now?
Beautiful.
All right, so we were talking about Solaris. Its floor price is 0.64. It showed a lot of really great recent activity. 0.64 is a great entry for this.
That is
As you can
nice.
see, they're selling way above, look, 2.2, that's above the 0.64. So someone knows something. 10 sold for a building. Are you kidding me? That's insane. So this is a really great entry on a really great team. And basically you can go in, you can wrap your building, you can do like a kind of like a wrap on it. Mine's 36, you can come visit 3604. And so these are really awesome galleries. You can have it set up as like a traditional gallery, or you can have it set up in this, you'll see here in a moment as it loads. It's called the Cortis. It's more of a homey kind of vibe. And
Nice.
I'll take you through, I'll show you some of my art that I have up there, and then we'll get into the bricks pics of individual art to look out for. But it's just going to take a moment real quick to load. Love this gallery. It has a very homey kind of a feel to it. It's browser based, so you don't need it to know coding. You don't need
I
to
love it.
know any kind of crazy plugins. You can access it on your phone. I should have had this pulled up. I just kind of went off on a tangent.
Oh,
while I was
don't be
talking
real
about it.
quick. Hey, someone bought a building. That's ingenious right there for 11 soul. Especially how the price of it right now. It's only like $500, but that's less than a G. Like,
Heck
I just thought
yeah.
about it. Yeah,
I wish I had a little bit of more soul at it to go pick up it. But I
that's smart.
let's load up here shortly. But yeah, go on Magic Eden. You can definitely find them. You can look at the activity. It's
Yeah,
definitely shown increased activity. They've a couple of really great integrations coming up for their upcoming roadmap. They're going to integrate. They've already integrated video. You're going to get audio integration soon. You're going to get avatars soon, so you'll be able to walk around as an avatar.
love it.
In there. They're going to have multiplayer where you can be in there with multiple people. My computer might just be real slow now.
Oh, don't be. Hey, real quick. This is a metaverse play. Just anybody, just in general. This is a really good metaverse play.
This is a really great metaverse play. Really buy-in for a metaverse play. I think so.
I think so too.
Yeah. We'll come back to it here in a moment when it loads up. But some artists that I want to highlight today. We've got S. Jane.
Nice.
She is an aerial drone photographer that
I
does
love
these. They're called earth painting. I will show you the ones that I have. I really wanted the Shape of the Shallows, but that one sold before I could get to it. Have this fragments one. That's really great. These are actually. What do you think this is?
Ice.
Ice. Yes, it's very large ice. Those are like large like icebergs.
Oh, yeah.
Caught from the drone way up high.
Totally.
But it looks kind of like diamonds almost.
Straight
Kind of
up.
like really cool. Then she's got this sheets that I picked up, but she's got these really wonderful paintings of the earth. Lots of like abstract kind of features, but using the colors and textures of the earth. I thought it was really genius.
No, it is ingenious. I love the drone shots. She's actually I'm curious where she got the ice book from. Clearly not here.
Hudson Bay.
Oh,
Bay.
nice. Nice.
Yeah, that's what she was saying. It was like real cold. I talked with her a little bit about it on my NFT talk with her. She's also, some bull flags with her are, she's the head of the Exchange Art Photo Collective, which is a fine art photography collective that is going to be doing specialized, highly curated photography art shows on Solana. So that's really good. She also hosts this weekly space Tuesdays at 3 p.m. Eastern.
Nice.
Exchange Art Photo Collective Spotlight, where she gets to interview different photographers, and she interviews them and highlights them and spotlights them. So lots of bull flags. Then you've got Super Jimmer General, who just had Veiled Olympia. These are film photography. These are double exposure, and then instead of using traditional like developer for the film, he uses what's called film soup. So he'll use wine, he's used blood, he's used different types of liquids and foods to process these images on film, and he gets these kind of like textures and colors within the film, and some of them are double exposure.
Wait. One more time again, when he's like in the black room, you know what I mean, or the dark room.
Yeah.
Actually, wow, that's a genius. See,
yeah,
that's kind of cool.
Super cool, super unique, super identifiable. His brand is unmistakable. You see an image like this, this is a gym roll. There's nobody else that's making art like this. It's making photography like this.
That's where it's at, guys.
He sold his collection out in pre-sale. He did 72.32 volume on pre-sale.
That's amazing. That's money right there. My gosh. So
if you're like this lucky person who got a Super Jimmer piece, a gym roll for 3.5, sit on that. You're gonna be very happy, very, very happy here soon. So Veiled Olympia was the collection. Another one that I want to highlight that's going to transition us over from Solana to
Oh, Goku, wait, he made some
Goku.
art.
He's got photography out. His Moments collection has sold out. Aside from this one, he did a drop with this one. So he's did an ETH and Solana drop at the same time. With Kick and Push are the multi-chain release. And so he was talking to me about this one. This was like the perfect day in New York, going to get to skate with this guy. And so you can pick up a Goku NFT. And with the price of Solana right now, this is a really great buy, 22.22 Sol. This is Push. The sister image lives on Ethereum. Kick for 2.22 ETH. You should really like bring those like price gaps closer together.
Right.
You know, some of his Solana work was selling cheaper fiat wise on Solana just because the market, lots of other various reasons, and doesn't mean the art is cheap. It just means that it was just a different buy-in price. So these are two sister images or companion images, one on ETH and one's on Solana. So that's really cool. I thought that was really innovative to do a multi-chain release, because as you and I talk about, the future is multi-chain. It's not just one. It's interoperability, and that's the one that I keep saying is the play, is interoperability. So definitely check out Goku. He's got a Monday through Friday show called the GM Show on Twitter Spaces. It starts 9 a.m. Eastern, or not 9 a.m. Eastern. It starts 9 a.m. Pacific. And so it's a really great show, really great community to get involved with, ask a lot of different questions. And then two other artists that I met through the GM show, Malij Mos, Pedro Vasquez. He's famous for shooting. It was a hip hop artist. What was his name? Extinction. One of the highest liked. It was one of it was the most liked image of on Instagram for a long time.
Oh wow.
Until like one of the Jenners surpassed. But Amos is actively building GM show. He had a recent sale on Foundation. Drifter Shoots picked up his other piece, but he's got two pieces out here on Super Rare. We've got Multiply and First Class. I really love this Multiply image because just the story behind it, about, and then also it's got a lot of bricks in there, and as you know, I'm a big fan of
for sure,
brickly textures and brickly items. So definitely want to check out Amos as part of the bricks picks.
Beautiful.
And then Illich Peters.
That's
Amos
sick.
And Illich. I love Illich. He does all these like Matrix or like
Inception
like style or Inception style like images.
Inception.
Definitely want to pick up one of his pieces. He and Amos are active in the GM show community, but on Sundays they also have a Twitter space called La Bodega, which is Hispanohablante like space for those that are Hispanohablante, primarily Dominican, but all Hispanohablante are welcome to come and talk about NFTs in Spanish, because there can be oftentimes language barriers that inhibit artists from being able to speak about their art. And so this is a really fun bilingual space get involved in. It's on Sunday nights. Definitely want to check out those bricks picks. And let's see real quick if we can pop into the Solaris, because I really want to show you that. See if it popped up. Bear with me. But yeah, definitely want to check out Illich, Amos, Goku. I'm happy that I'm building the Solaris up, and no, enter. I want to enter. I love it because like the Cordis, it kind of looks like it's
what? Oh, you got rugged there, Brick. We're getting rugged, Brick. Hello? Uh-oh. Brick, you got rugged, man. Yeah, it seems like you got rugged a little bit, guys. with the technical difficulties. Obviously, he was talking about Solaris, and that actually it's a really good buy for the metaverse plays. Looks like it's a really good buy. I'm gonna get this. I'm trying to get some more metaverse in general. If anybody else got some metaverse plays that they want to put in the comment section, let me know. But below, obviously, there's some way that we could actually get more into metaverse besides just buying like Sandbox and the majority of these other ones that are actually metaverse plays in general. I think Solaris is a good buy. I know. Hey, I got rugged, man. Don't worry about it. Oh, you can hear me now. Now you can hear me.
Hey, now I can hear you. Sorry about that.
Don't be.
Didn't have my computer plugged in, and so it died on me.
Come on, don't worry about it. We'll conclude with Solaris. So saying Solaris is a good play. In general, it looks like it actually for metaverse. I was just alluding to that. It sounds like a really good play if anybody wants to get more into metaverse or and wants to have that exposure.
Well, and if you're bullish on metaverse, you need to be bullish on one artist, because what are you filling your metaverse up with?
Hey, that's true.
And primarily bullish on photographers and cinematographers, because after a while we might get bored of just like digital art and JPEGs when we're in the virtual worlds, and we may want to fill our virtual worlds up with real world imagery assets. So that's why if you're bullish on metaverse, you need to be bullish on one artists.
Hey, I like that.
And I think photography is going to be the play. And if you're in early on Solana, photography, make sure to give me a follow, Brick Out, and I'll point you in the right direction. I've got a YouTube series, NFT Talk with Exchange Art, where I get to talk with all kinds of NFT artists on the Solana ecosystem. So if you want the 101 alpha, please come check it out. And then as well, make sure to like Ethereum J, make sure to hit the subscribes, make sure to the likes, the comments. We love them. Put your comments down. Get some questions in, and we'd love to answer them too.
Yeah, no kidding. We had a couple last time that I forgot to tell you. I think it's kind of cool. So definitely responded back, but I want to actually should let you know too as well. So please keep responding with videos what you guys want us to make in general. I thought about it. We should have Solaris on here, man. I bet you we can get somebody from the marketing staff from Solaris. So not even a question.
I'll holler at him.
Look at this guy. Look at this guy. I would love to learn more. You know what I mean? I think that's a great idea. So, but anyway, that's all we have for today. Love you guys. DCA, be smart. This is not financial advice. You already know that. We didn't say that because why? We're students of the game, man. So, talk to you guys later.